The Kansas City Chiefs managed to secure their first victory of the season against the New York Giants, triumphing with a score of 22-9, and sidestepping the distressing prospect of an 0-3 start, something they haven't experienced since 2011. To put this accomplishment into perspective, it's important to note that the Chiefs began this season facing two formidable opponents, who remain undefeated and are widely seen as strong contenders for the Super Bowl title. So when they faced the struggling Giants at MetLife Stadium, it was a chance for redemption. However, even in this match, the Chiefs encountered difficulties before finally clinching their much-needed win. Reflecting back to 2011, at that time, Romeo Crennel was leading the team as head coach. Shortly thereafter, Andy Reid took over the coaching reins, and since then, the franchise has enjoyed remarkable success, qualifying for the playoffs in 11 out of the last 12 seasons, making 5 Super Bowl appearances, and claiming victory in 3 of those championship games. It is noteworthy that throughout NFL history, not a single team has advanced to the Super Bowl after starting with an 0-3 record. On the other hand, 3 teams have made significant comebacks from 0-2 starts to ultimately win the championship. Those teams include the 1993 Dallas Cowboys, the 2001 New England Patriots, and the 2007 New York Giants. This raises a compelling question for fans. Can the Chiefs emulate this type of recovery this time around? However, despite their previous triumphs, the Chiefs showcased a performance in the first half that left much to be desired, looking far from being a team ready to contend for another championship. This came as they were still feeling the aftermath of their loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl licks just 7 months prior. Furthermore, an incident on the sidelines where Travis Kelce and Coach Reid appeared to be having an intense exchange only added to the sense of frustration. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes completed 22 out of 37 passes, accumulating 224 yards and throwing for a touchdown. The first touchdown pass of the game came during the initial drive of the second half, connecting with Tyquan Thornton for a 5-yard touchdown that pushed Kansas City ahead with a score of 16-6. Mahomes and Thornton also linked up for a crucial 33-yard completion that set the stage for Kareem Hunt's 1-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, solidifying the Chiefs' victory. With both Xavier Worthy nursing a shoulder injury and Rashee Rice serving a suspension, Thornton stepped up admirably, finishing with 5 receptions for 71 yards. In the first half, the offense struggled significantly. Although kicker Harrison Butker managed to hit his first 2 field goal attempts, he faltered on his third, a 40-yarder. This instance led to Reid visibly expressing frustration by bumping into Kelce, who had 4 catches for 26 yards during the game. As the first half drew to a close, the Chiefs' defense allowed a 13-yard touchdown run by Cam Skattebo, leaving the score tied at 6-6. Pleasingly for Chiefs fans, Ashton Gillott blocked an extra point attempt by Giants punter Jamie Gillan, who had been pressed into kicking duties after their regular kicker, Graham Gano, faced a questionable groin injury earlier in the week. Towards the end of the half, Jalen Watson made a pivotal interception of a Russell Wilson pass intended for Malik Nabers right in the end zone. The secondary's impressive performance limited Nabers to just 2 catches for 13 yards and yielded 2 interceptions against Wilson. Hey, key insights from the game. A game-changing drive. Earlier in the week, Mahomes expressed curiosity about how his team would bounce back from a tough 0-2 start. It seems that adversity was necessary for the Chiefs to rise to the challenge because they executed one of their best drives of the season right out of halftime. Earning 74 yards over the course of 11 plays, Kansas City's offensive unit displayed creativity in their rushing strategy while demonstrating precision on third downs. In a highlight moment, Mahomes cleverly faked a pass intended for Kelce before delivering a perfectly timed 5-yard touchdown pass to Thornton in the rear of the end zone. This crucial sequence allowed the Chiefs to regain their lead at 16-6, and prevented the season from heading in a potentially unfavorable trajectory amid ongoing turmoil. Jesse Newell, Chiefs beat writer. Defensive strength shines through. In Week 1, the Chiefs' secondary faced a significant struggle against the Los Angeles Chargers, but then turned things around spectacularly against the Eagles the following week. What gave rise to their defensive prowess in Week 3? This development could be one of the most promising aspects to emerge early in the season for the Chiefs. Kansas City's secondary once again delivered an outstanding performance, spearheaded by Watson and Chris Roland Wallace, both of whom recorded interceptions, their first takeaways of the year. But they weren't the only ones excelling. Safety Brian Cook showcased his talent impressively before succumbing to a neck injury late in the game, while Shamari Connor continued to develop and improve after a shaky debut. Finally, Kansas City had support. The biggest question leading into the week for the Chiefs had been who could step up to assist Mahomes, now that Rice and Worthy were sidelined. It's apparent the answer might have been found in Thornton, who proved to be particularly instrumental late in the game. Navigated through this precarious moment by delivering a remarkable pass across his body to Thornton. In an incredible feat, Thornton managed to make a contested catch that gained 33 yards, occurring just short of the end zone. According to NFL Next Gen Stats, this catch had a mere 15.7% chance of being successful. Although the Chiefs couldn't have predicted it at the time, recruiting Thornton, a second-round pick by the New England Patriots in 2022, onto their practice squad towards the end of the previous season, has turned out to be one of their savviest personnel decisions heading into this season.